Hello everyone, my name is Chenemi and once again you're welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a pattern illustration on how to achieve this beaded kimono after dress. Record that our first video was a freehand illustration on how to cut, but to clarify all confusions, based on requests, I have gone ahead to do a pattern illustration on how to achieve this. So if this is something you're interested in, let's get started. First thing to do in order to achieve this is to go ahead and fold your fabric into two. Now first you're going to have your center front, and then the next you have your center back. So your fabric for both center front and center back should be cut across. Your hip measurement divide by 4 plus extra 4 inches. So if your hip measurement is 40 inches, divide it by 4, it will give you 10 plus extra 4 inches, that's 14. So your pattern should be cut across the largest part of your body, which is your hip measurement, divide by 4. So let's start with the center front. So go ahead and mark your neckline at 3 inches. Now if you're on the bigger side, you can go ahead and do 4 inches, but 3 inches is just okay. It is 3 inches to 4 inches. But for this tutorial, I'll be using 3 inches for my neck width. So go ahead and mark 3 inches right there. That is the neck width. And then you want to go ahead and mark 1 inch, which is your neck depth. Once that is done, go ahead and connect it together like so. And then you bring in your center back. Place on top of your center back your center front piece like so. And then once that is done, go ahead and connect the neckline with a curve like so. Once that is done, you're going to go ahead and mark that same 3 inches all across your fabric down to the full length of your fabric. So right there, I'll mark 3 inches all the way down, and then I'll go ahead and connect it with a straight line. Just go ahead and follow the same 3 inches you have marked for your neck width and mark it straight down to meet the hem of your dress. Now record that the length of your kimono varies depending on your client's height. So once that is done, connect all lines straight from top to bottom. So once I'm done connecting, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to take my scissors and cut out that 3 inches that I have rolled out. Once that is done, you will realize that you have 2 center fronts and 2 center back. So your center front piece is now 2, and also your center back piece is now 2. So for the sake of this illustration, we're going to go ahead and label it center front 1 and then center front 2. Then we're also going to label this center back 1 and then center back 2. They are all of equal length and breadth. So once that is done, bring your center front fabric like so, and then go ahead and mark 2 inches across it. You mark 2 inches from the top of your fabric to the hem of your fabric. That 2 inches you're going to cut out is going to be replaced by your black satin fabric. That satin fabric you see, that strap you see in front, a flap in front, is what you're going to be working on. So you cut out 2 inches from the center front piece only, leaving out the center back. So right now go ahead and cut out these 2 inches like so. And then that's it. So after cutting out the 2 inches from my center front piece, I'll go ahead and bring the replacement. This replacement now is going to be 2.5 inches wide. Record that I cut out 2 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut or name this pattern black satin fabric. This is what I'll be fusing, or I'll be connecting to the center front, that black design you see in front, and it's going to be 2.5 inches wide. 2.5 inches because I want it to be 2 inches, and then half an inch is for my sewing allowance. So I'll go ahead and mark 2.5 inches right there. I'll also go ahead and connect it with a straight line, and then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Just follow carefully. It's very simple. So once that is done, I'll go ahead and cut it out, just like you see me doing so. Go ahead and cut it out. Once you cut out, what you'll have left is 2.5 inches. Then I'll bring my center front piece, and then I'll join my black satin fabric to it, which is the black design or the black flap you see in front of the kimono. So once that is done, you bring your center back piece like so, and then open it up, and then place them side by side, center back 1 and center back 2. It is in between the center back that you'll be placing your bead. Now make sure that while putting your bead, you have equal number of beads for each line. For mine, I used 22 pieces of beads. Each of the lines contains 22 each. So go ahead and place your center front on your center back piece like so, right sides facing each other, and then the middle line is where your black satin fabric would sit. Now record that this black satin fabric is supposed to be divided into 2. Yes, it's supposed to be divided into 2, so you have that opening in front. So once that is done, you go ahead and place both your center front piece and your center back piece together like so, and you're going to be slanting the shoulder by 1.5 inches. So go ahead and place them like so together, and then with your tape, you measure 1.5 inches around the shoulder slant, and then connect it to meet your center front piece like so. So once that is done, for that kimono, the sleeve opening is 14 inches wide, but for the sake of this illustration, I'll be using 4 inches because the pattern is not big enough. So make sure your sleeve opening is 14 inches if you want the same width. If you do not want, you can make it 10, 11 or 12 inches, but mine was 14 inches. So from that 14 inches, I went ahead to connect with a curve around the armhole right there, and then to meet the hem of the dress. Then go ahead and minus 3 inches, which you have cut out initially from the beginning of your drafting. Minus 3 inches, and go ahead and place your hip measurement, divide by 4, and then add extra 4 inches. Recall that I told you earlier that your fabric must be in such a way that, or must be cut in such a way that you have your hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 4 inches. So the next thing to do is to go ahead and cut out your shoulder slant. So with this, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notification button so you get notified each time I post a new video. See you in my next video. I love you all. Bye.